to do this playthrough. So, I've had a lot of things going on in my life lately, and I just haven't had the time to get around to doing this. I've been wanting to, though. So today, we're gonna go up to that tower they told us to do. The last time we played this. It should be fairly easy at our level. I've been having renovations done on my house, and they've been working on my roof, and here pretty soon I'll have to move the computer room, so it might be a while before the next episode too. And of course I've had my job and other things getting in the way. But I had some extra time tonight, and I've been kind of bored, so I thought maybe I'd do another episode. I don't know how long it's going to be, but we'll see. I hope the sound and everything's good. I didn't really have a chance to test it because OBS wanted to update, and they changed a bunch of things in the UI already. Seems like every time I start OBS anymore, they want an update. I forgot to check my inventory before I left to make sure I had a power gourd. I'll have to do that here now. Do I have? I have a magic guard. No, I don't have a... Huh. Might have to just use a cider instead. Not want that guy casting his spells on us. It's been so long, I'm not sure I remember how to get through these places. So it'll be almost like a new playthrough. That's why I bought all those ciders in the last episode. As you can see, one of them heals anybody to full at this point in the game. And as I said in the last episode, they only work outside of battle as healing potions. Inside of battle, they give you a minor attack boost, but they don't actually heal you anything. glad I didn't tell her to hit that guy. I had a feeling he would one-shot him. A lot of times in these fights you just have to guess as to whether or not your character can one-shot something. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're not. That's not good. I don't know why I thought that would work. Well, at least he casted that instead of flame. It's only one of them that casted. Was I already over here? No, I wasn't over here. It's a little bit late at night. It's like 10 o'clock as I'm recording this. Now, I'm not worried about spending her MP in here, because the boss of the tower has to be soloed by the hero. So her MP doesn't really matter, I can use it on regular enemies. Normally I would have switched to 2, but I wasn't sure he was going to go fast enough to kill that mage. Man, that didn't kill those. I was hoping it would. 1 second. Stupid pop-up windows. OBS had this thing covering the YouTube chat. I had to close real quick. Doesn't kill those either? Huh. Now later in the game, the hero's MP actually does become somewhat important when he starts getting the really good heal spells. That's why I give the spell potions to him. He could really use the help. Giving that bird a chance to run. What? She one-shot a goblin? When does that happen? This fight's gonna be worth quite a bit. I was debating whether or not to have her hit the knights, and I'm glad I didn't. Okay, so here's the boss. Just gotta use her to heal him. usually doesn't go twice in a row like that. Now, this is probably one of the longest quests in any game I've ever seen. To actually get there, there's so much stuff you have to get through. And I forgot that they mess your party up after this fight. I think this is the last time. No, I know I said that the last time, but I think this is the last time they do that. In this game, anytime you see a ledge like this, that's a drop off to quickly exit the tower. Pretty convenient to give you an exit right at the top like that. And those poison pins, I'm going to save all those for later in the game. They'll be useful on a certain island. I was hoping it would do more than that. least didn't have the chance to do it again. So that cave that they just mentioned is obviously our next dungeon. It's one of the first real mazy places that you'll come to in this game. It's not uncommon to get lost in there for a while. Although I don't know if I go to the dungeon quite yet. That might not be for a little while yet. No, okay, I have to go to Meaden first, and then I'll eventually end up back here. Actually, what does she have on? Okay, I need that mace. I thought she had it. Oh, okay, she had a staff on, that's why. Couldn't remember what she had on. That's what happens when you don't continue to play it through for 3 weeks. Okay, so all those monsters outside should be a lot easier now. But I still want to buy all the armor I can. Don't remember if I need any of that stuff. Yeah, I think I do actually. I have one of those, don't I? No, he has a bronze helmet. So now I only need one wooden helmet. And she doesn't need, she already has a glass cap. She didn't need that wood dress either. Oops. Wound up buying something I didn't need. Just needed one of those for him. Okay, everybody has newest stuff. There won't be no grinding at this town, since I could afford everything. I'm gonna save over this one. Just in case something happens, I have to restart this segment. And that's why I said to check the flowers in the last episode. You can tell when there's something there because you won't be able to walk through it. Okay, if I remember right, you have to go down to the basement. Then you'll see a little scene there, and then when you exit the castle, something happens, if I recall correctly. Of course it was. Now we go back there, then we have to go into the cave. I have 81 of those ciders left. That should be enough for the cave. Now I'm going to do my best to try to remember where I'm going in here. Now those sword spooks drop really nice weapons, so hopefully we can get at least one in while we're in here. Ow. Not that time. Now these guys drop magic jars, which replenish MPs. These guys are pretty helpful too. And as you can see, they hit like wet noodles, but they can sometimes cast spells. Now you can see why I said this place is pretty mazy. There's so many branching paths and so many staircases around, it's hard to keep track of them all. That is obviously nice. Okay, so I went right back to where I was. Also, those armors will also drop armor too. Do that. I think you can kill a sword spook. Yeah. Not having any luck so far though. Ah, he didn't kill that. Thankfully, he didn't cast a spell. Those things do cast Slime. Pretty sure I went in here the last time, right? Yeah. That's what I was hoping she would do. And he still couldn't kill it on his own. Okay, let's see where this leads. Of course, one of the things I just bought. You'll find that a lot in this game, where you'll buy stuff out of towns and you end up finding another in the dungeon. Ouch. That's starting to hurt. Nice HP on that level up. She doesn't normally get that much. Now you're really seeing those ciders really doing good things. Ooh, nice. Usually don't get the armor. What? I don't know what happened there. 65, he needs it. Yeah, usually I get a scimitar or two, but I almost never get the armor. Of course, while I'm streaming, it's gonna be all weird. Actually, she does need a potent. She does need a cider. I don't like letting her get too low because it doesn't take much to put her in danger. I can't tell if there's anything down there or not. That's why you need to put speed potions on him. If he had a little bit better speed, he might have been able to beat that pot. But no, he goes dead last. I think there might be a stairway down there if I remember right. Ouch. I love it when they do that. Sure, waste your turn. I'm not gonna complain. Ow. There are 2 items in here I absolutely must get that I know are in here. And so I won't be leaving until I find them. And those are a dragon egg and a ghost ring. At least I'm pretty sure the ghost ring is in here. I had to think for a second there what I wanted to do. That was very nice that she killed that. One left. That happens more often than you might think in these older games. So, no, it's a stairway going up. I thought it was a stairway going down that led to the boss. But I guess not. That's why I don't like to let her get down so low. Now that poison spell should actually be called Antidote. This is how spells are in this game. For whatever reason they named them like that. That ring makes you get into a fight just about every step you take. So I'm obviously not going to equip that here. I'd never get out of here if I did. I kind of wish I had done that. Oh well. No big deal. Because she probably would have killed that with the flash. Not that it actually changed much of anything. There's the ghost ring. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Although, I'm gonna put the water ring on her, since I'm casting Dew a lot in here. She'll do a little less damage with her melee attacks. Did I seriously? I just went in a circle. I gotta figure out how to get to that again. Oh yeah, see how she does way more damage? And apparently those jars are considered ghosts. I kind of forgot about that fact. Is there an up stairway around here somewhere? I think there ought to be. Alright, there's the upstairs case that I apparently have never taken. I'm pretty sure I've been in that door before. I'll check just in case. I think it's that one that just has the chest in it. It's a dead end. That's what I thought. Try this ladder, I guess. Still no sword. And no, I guess that doesn't work very good on those guys. I'm glad he went for the one that didn't take his turn yet. That always helps. Another duplicate equipment that I already bought in town. I need to get up there. That's where the dragon egg is. I'm almost sure of it. There's one. Okay, that will help. I'm gonna give it to him, and then hopefully I'll get a second one. Wouldn't count my luck, though. Five strength for her. That's nice. Uh-oh, my cat's up now. He was sleeping next to me. Oh, that's how you get there. Should have known that. I see those two staircases straight across from each other. It still hasn't answered the question how you get to the boss. I think that's the only thing left in here. have the dragon egg. Now we just gotta find the boss. See if this works. I'd rather kill the pots first because they cast spells. Okay, that does work on them. That'll be good to know for next time. And you're probably never going to get a sword to drop if you're fighting them along with the pots, because the pots almost always drop their items. I wonder if it's over here. Did I go in here? Yeah, actually I did go in there. The only other place I can think of is that ladder. If I was in here. Was I? Yeah. Well, that's that door I keep checking. Well, I can't remember that. No matter how many times I check that door, I keep forgetting that I've already been in there. I was already in there, too. Where is the boss? I think flame hurts slightly more than frost, so I'm going to take those flame spooks out first. But then I guess it doesn't matter. I don't think that's... Is that the right way? Did I go in this one? Yeah, I went in that one. Huh. No strength. That's kind of a bad level up for him. I'm gonna try the staircase back here. Maybe this was the right way. Did I go down this way yet? No, okay, this is new. Alright, this is the way to the boss. I vaguely remember this room. So many magic jars. Ooh, yes. Now they both have them. That will make the boss loads easier. What am I doing? I just happened to go down the correct staircase the first try, because this one leads to the boss. Maybe I could get lucky enough to get 2 light armors. If not, I think there's one in the next ancient cave floor. Or a dungeon or something. I just remember there being one not too far from here. Never mind. I don't know if I've ever gotten both swords and both light armors. I'm not sure if that's ever happened before. Would you cast that spell before you get killed? Thanks. This could be trouble. Ow. Glad I was able to turn that around like that. Sometimes when you get ambushed by groups like that, it can very quickly turn ugly. My cat is suddenly in a mood to play. boss. I think I just wasted that. I wasn't looking. It's good that he wastes turns doing that. Not going to bother casting attack magic at him because you can see he buffed his magic defense. So there's not much point in doing that. We also get a lead on where to go next. Oh, I didn't even know about that. Huh. I was just gonna buy some items there, but apparently they just give you a potion. I didn't even know about that. Kind of funny how you can play these games and still discover new things. She still can't kill one of those. Oh, I thought that one was wounded. Oops. Well, that's the first time for this episode of whiffing an air. Last episode it happened once. Okay, step back out and back in to reset all the NPCs. I'm gonna buy some power cords. Buy a few smoke bombs too, because it won't be long until I go to the cave again. As you might remember me saying in the last episode, the cave is every 5 levels, and he's on level 14. Otherwise, the only other thing to do in here is to save and then move on to Belgian. There it is. As soon as I find this save, of course. Okay, I think that goes on to Belgian. I don't remember where this goes, if anywhere. Oh, it's just a couple chests. It's around this time that enemies are going to start getting tougher, if I remember right. Remember if there's new weapons and armor in here or not. Oh, there's an armor shop. Don't need that armor, I don't think. No. Do need the rope, though. One of those. 2 of those. Actually, I didn't need 2 helmets. Oops. I needed 2 shields, though. I'm backwards. How many swing wings do I have? I have 1. I'm gonna have to buy a few of those too. That reminds me, I need to put the power ring back on her. I saw an item shop in here somewhere. Because I'd like to buy some more plum ciders. I have 40. But with the stronger enemies around, I might need more than that. And I'd rather not run out. Where is that item shop I saw? Oh, there it is. It's because the sign is back here. Mystery pins and shrieks. Do I have those? No, I don't have any of those actually. It's always nice to have some of those just in case. Mystery pins remove paralysis, and shrieks remove confusion, if I remember right. I don't know if there's a way to get to that other cabinet or not. I don't think she ever goes far enough over there so you can get to it. No big deal. Two, three, 4, 5. Oh. Now I have 94 of them. I'm thinking I should be able to get through that cave before I have to stop. Might even add the that floor of the cave onto it too, because he should surely level up while I'm in there. Oh, she can kill those now. Now, even though those two are the only two that can use scimitars, it'd still be nice if another one dropped that I could sell for money, because they are worth a decent amount. Almost have the level. Ouch. I'm gonna do that just to make sure these die. Okay, there's the key, but I still want everything else in the cave. Well, that was overkill. Oh, there's that scimitar I was thinking of. That's a lot of these guys. Not a very good level up, but doesn't matter. I can get to the cave now. Next floor of the cave, I mean. This is all stuff I already have or don't need, but still worth money. I don't remember if I went up or not. I thought it was left, down, and then right. Ouch. Well, there's another whiff of air. So that's twice this time. All of a sudden, she can't kill those rats. And she didn't kill that either. Are you serious? I'm not going to count that because and the enemy didn't get a chance to take a turn, so it doesn't matter. No, I wasn't. I didn't go that way yet. That's what I thought. That fly ring lets you do more damage to flying enemies like those bees. But there's not really enough of them that I'm going to really care about that right now. to get that on before he hits somebody else. Oh man. Really? Thankfully hit the enemy again. Ooh, 8 strength, I'll take that. Even a small little cave like this has a bunch of different ways you can go. You usually don't see that in newer games. This should be the last little bit of this cave. I didn't think he was going to kill that mud man. Oh well. You get a lot of inventory room in this game, but it's not infinite. So that's why I'm using the float items. Ouch, these guys hurt. Finally. I was waiting on her to learn that. Outside of items, that's my best heal now. Okay, I got that cave done. Now it's time to do the next floor of the ancient cave. Now I doubt I'm going to be fighting anything in here. That's why I bought all those smoke balls. I'm pretty sure these are going to be some strong enemies in here. The mud men aren't too bad, but I don't think I'm ready for those orcs yet. A single one I could probably take. Or maybe not. These guys just cast mirror as far as I know. And of course they do that too. got some pretty nice experience at this point in the game. Ouch. Thank you for getting an early turn. Oh, I forgot to use the sweet water, no wonder. I usually use sweet water so I'm going in the cave like this. Have light armors, I don't need that. The flame ring just makes flame spells stronger, but I don't have anybody who has flame spells yet. Oh, I should have had him hit the wolf. What was I thinking? I just got him the longsword. That is a weapon Lufia can use, but it's also cursed. I forget what it does, I just know it's cursed, so I never use it. If I remember right, it has really low attack power, but it can sometimes instantly kill if I remember right. Oh no, wait a minute, the rod is the curse weapon. The long nail is just an item you use to make something else later. I think it's early enough I can do that. Glad he didn't use mirror. If I left anything in here or not. No, apparently that was everything. The way to tell that you have everything out of the cave floor is there's usually one weapon, one or two pieces of armor, and then the item you were sent in to get. The rest is usually just consumables and stuff. Okay, I'll just have to come back here once I'm level 20 to get the next item. This is actually pretty well timed. It's like 10 minutes till midnight. And that's when I wanted to be done. So that's pretty good timing. Okay, so I'm going to end this episode here. And for those of you who watched, I hope you enjoyed. And maybe those of you who want to try this game out, maybe you learned something. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it doesn't take no 3 weeks to do the next episode. So I'll see you all then.